So you tell me I can sit behind the camera, record 15 seconds of shit I don't even believe in. And 2 months later, I have the strongest fan base of all time. And I'm literally printing money, like literally printing money. I've been said it, bro. Y'all need to start a pandering page now, bro.
Noticing a lot of these guys in the dating content creation space or relationship creation space are just out here lying to women and getting fan bases.
To the men that be in other men's comments saying, oh, you just pandering to women, bro, you just want these girls all in your comments, da-da-da. I'm trying to figure out why he wouldn't want that. Like, if he's a straight man and he likes women, I feel like he should want to pander to women. Like, that's the audience he would want to be around because he likes them. Like,
I actually don't think there's anything wrong with pandering to marginalized or oppressed communities. Like, I don't get when men get upset at other men for pandering to women. Okay?
What's wrong with pandering to women if he likes women? I'm so glad you asked, actually. Shawty, I need you to understand when we discuss pandering men, we don't mean men being nice about women or saying nice things to women. We're talking about men saying things disingenuously to appeal to women.
There's a strategy online that men still use till this day, as old as time, and it's where men get online and they praise women to downplay men for women's approval. This method is called the Pander Bear or the Pander Method. And with this method, it's really about positioning. It's not really about loving women, but positioning. And when you understand it's really about positioning, you really can't unsee it. So with that being said, it's your boy JP. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Join the Prosper Gang. We're keeping it PG. There's a whole lot of prosperity going on around this mug. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
If your event costs more than $15, $20 for women to walk in, I'm not going. Do you know how much it costs for a woman to get glammed up? Like, I'm talking the hair, makeup, whatever she got going on. On top of that, she got to pay for parking. Why are y'all charging women more? Like, no, if the women ain't honestly getting in free, I don't want to go. Stop charging women $40 per ticket. Why are the ticket prices the same? Stop it.
Up, they on his ass. They on him. No, hey, bro, I get the bag, bro. You're right when you're right, my brother. I get it. So when you bring women out, it does make men come out. So I can understand that, but the way the brother put it, we knew what he was doing. Put this guy on the podcast is crazy. No way the Pander Method is this easy.
So you tell me I can sit behind the camera, record 15 seconds of shit I don't even believe in. And 2 months later, I have the strongest fan base of all time. And I'm literally printing money, like literally printing money. I've been said it, bro. Y'all need to start a pandering page now, bro. In 2 months, you're going to be printing money, bro. I promise you. You didn't hear it from me, though.
I'm noticing a lot of these guys in the dating content creation space or relationship creation space are just out here lying to women and getting fan bases, saying stuff they don't even really believe in just to feed the machine, you know what I'm saying? And it's not a bad method. I'm thinking about just lying to y'all. If I lie enough. Never mind, y'all. God clearly checked me and shut the lights off when I said that. So I'm cool. Never mind.
You want to get famous quick scheme? Start a pandering page. Not me, though. I don't even got the energy to try that shit. All clout ain't good clout, I ain't gonna lie. Just overly cater to the females and act like the world revolves around them. 2 million followers in like a month, I'm trying to tell you.
Is it really that easy? I mean, you see the Derrick Jacksons of the world and things like that you think, like, is it really that easy? I don't know.
I be looking at these dweeb ass nigga pages like, this gotta be the method they're using. Cause no way act like this in real life. It's a difference between knowing how to treat a woman and then being a fucking peon.
Ladies, listen, if that man did not get you flowers, chocolate, or a teddy bear today, he does not love you. Leave him. Leave him exactly where he stands at because he's a failure. You give this man your mind, body, and soul, your time. He can't even get you no flowers.
Black queens, if he doesn't care about his hygiene, I guarantee he doesn't care about yours. Let me cook for a second. It'd be the most beautiful, spiritually, financially inclined, balance-based women be having the driest phones. Why don't we approach these women, men? Because you know she's a woman with value, prosperity, and clarity. Because we know she has her shit in order. Most importantly, how can you check for her if your checks on your checklist haven't been checked off at all? Issues unresolved.
To the men that be in other men's comments saying, oh, you just pandering to women, bro, you just want these girls all in your comments, da da da. I'm trying to figure out why he wouldn't want that. Like, if he's a straight man and he likes women, I feel like he should want to pander to women. Like, that's the audience he would want to be around because he likes them. Like, I understand if you're like a sportscaster or something like that, then yeah, you're going to probably have more males in your comments because you're talking about sports and things along those lines, you know, cars, whatever. But when you're just talking about like life, relationships and things like that, wouldn't you want a lot of women in your comments if you like women? Like, wouldn't you want to see pretty faces? Wouldn't you want to see them smile? Like,
Yeah, but those are grifters though, baby. Like, that's what that is. Those are men that know that you're going to go for it, so they just grifting their way into it. Like, at some point in life, especially when it comes to dating, people just need to be themselves. People need to lean on authenticity and find people for who they really are. Why subscribe to something you know that's just a method to get you onto their platform? Like, I don't understand why. It's like everybody can agree that the red pill content is a detriment to men, is a waste of time. But that's what pandering is for men. So why would you want men pandering to women thinking that's any better? I don't get how that makes any sense. Should you want somebody that's authentic and is telling you the real? I don't know.
wouldn't you want to flirt? You know what I'm saying? Are y'all jealous that they're not pandering to y'all? Like, do you want him to flirt with you? Do you want him to say good things about you? Like, what's going on? Like, I'm really lost. Because I feel like men pandering to women is, do your big one, sir. You know it's gonna do good. And then you get the women. Or what they say, you get bitches.
I actually don't think there's anything wrong with pandering to marginalized or oppressed communities. Like, I don't get when men get upset at other men for pandering to women. Okay? Fuck, let him pander. Who cares? Women deserve it. They do. Or when people are mad at parents for gentle parenting and pandering to their children's emotions and emotional safety. As long as that kid is still well-behaved and a respectable, decent human being.
I think you're mixing up pandering with constructive leadership, because you can't make anybody be accountable for what they do, learn from their mistakes, get the results they really want if you're pandering to them. That's called being spoiled. You know them little kids that go into the store and when they don't get what they want, they throw a fit, and the mom or the dad caters to their feelings, panders to their feelings, and get them what they want so they can stop crying. That's kind of what the men online is doing to y'all. Just give me the buck. Just give me the buck. You can't grow from that. I said this in previous videos. When you have a man that is quote unquote your friend, but he really wants to get with you, he's gonna tell you everything you want to hear. He's going to agree with everything. Everything negative that happens will always be the man's fault. It will never be yours, because he wants to get in between your pants. That's no different than the panderers that's online trying to do the same thing. He want an influx of a woman fan base, and it's just not going to work well for him. For one, because when you pander to any audience, you have to continue to do that. You can't then be authentic and tell the truth, because then that's not how you build your fan base. And then they're going to kick rocks. There's no real fan base when you pandering to people that are just there so you can stroke their ego. That does no, ask all the red pill dudes and ask Derrick Jackson and all of them. It never works out in the favor that they think going to work out. All it takes is one real mistake and half your fan base is gone.
Let those parents pander to their kids' emotions. Who cares? Corporations being performative and pandering towards certain demographics, certain communities during certain months. Fucking let them. I love to see it. I love a good pander. I personally love to be pandered to. Pander to me every single fucking day. I don't care. I love to be pandered.
First time in history, women are not marrying for social status or financial stability anymore. They're marrying for personality and character. And now look at us. We're all single.
In history, women aren't marrying men for financial stability or material things, just solely based on their character. And we're all single. Yeah.
women are no longer marrying men for financial stability. Because of this, the male narcissist's most powerful weapon for trapping.
The performative male epidemic is actually chilling and terrifying, and I really think that we don't talk about it enough. I saw this post 5 times within the last 24 hours. These men are just regurgitating what they think women want to hear. And do you think that there's any men in these comments like activating with these men? No, it's just women. You think this type of content is landing on men's For You page? Absolutely not. They know that their target audience is women.
Facts. And shout out to the brother Todd Boogie. He said it well in one of his videos. He said, if you can't hold either one accountable, then you on the wrong side. Straight up. Ain't nobody got time to pander. This is a human nature thing. We tend to like focus on just who people are as people. So you can get the results and be able to hold people accountable where it needs to be held accountable at. You can't get real life results when you over here listening to people that just telling you what you want to hear to make it feel good. Yeah, it feels good. That same thing with like the motivational content. Motivational content have the same issue. People that like listen to motivators to help get them off the bed and start trying to do something with their life, yeah, they pandering to you too. Because at the end of the day, you watching the motivational content, it makes you feel like you're doing something productive. But at the end of the day, all you're doing is just wasting time watching a bunch of people trying to motivate you into doing something you really need to be doing for yourself. That's no different than this dating content where you got men that panders to women and tell women what they want to hear, make them feel like tomorrow that the man of their dreams is going to just roll into their life and just make them happy. That ain't how the real world works, and vice versa, where there's pick me women that pander to men and be like, well, if your woman don't do this and your woman don't do that, then she ain't a real woman. You a man, you got 2 balls between your legs. That makes you a man. She got to listen to you. It don't work like that either. You know what I mean? You just got to keep it real. And that's what I try to do on my channel, is to be more well balanced. I say this 1,000 times and I will continue to say it, that relationships are about partnership. And ain't no way you thinking this gonna be a one-sided ship and it gonna flow in a straight line. That's just not how that works. You know what I mean? So you check the people that you watching and making sure that they are holding both parties accountable.
And it is terrifying as fuck because these men are pretending to call out narcissistic men when they are the narcissistic, sociopathic men that we need to be worried about. Like, pandering to women is extremely scary and narcissistic. I don't trust any man who make content for women. I'm gonna be so serious because women don't need men's help, right? We got each other. They need to be making content that aligns with men to reach.
Now, I will say this, and I'm gonna just keep it a stack. To go with, she said women don't need men's help. I don't believe that. I don't believe that on the other end either. I don't believe that men don't need women's help. I do think we should try to help each other understand one another. But we just gotta eliminate the panderers. The panderers are just trying to get a bag. They're just trying to get more women on their situation. They're trying to get more men on their situation. They're just panderers because they want to create an audience that they can either finesse or run through. You know what I mean? Straight up, just give me that buck. That's what a lot of them doing. So you just gotta know how to identify who a panderer is and just eliminate them from your algorithm, or just stop listening to them. Select not interested or whatever. But I do strongly believe that we do need each other to help navigate this whole dating thing. Women need a man's perspective, and sometimes women need a man's perspective, and sometimes men need a woman's perspective. Of course, we need to talk amongst each other, but it's always good to hear the other side so you know that you're being considerate to the other party.
The men, they are trying to reach women with their content instead of actively engaging within the male community to fix men. This is fucking terrifying. Like, we need to start calling this shit out because stop engaging with this content. I'm so serious. This chilled the fuck out of me. I seen this shit more than 5 times yesterday. All within 24 hours. Like, are they getting paid? Like, what is going on?
They definitely is.
When are like the incel men on the internet gonna realize that pandering isn't attractive? Like, no woman is gonna find a man talking down on another man
to boost himself up attractive. But here's the thing, as much as I wish this were true, it's not. And I truly don't understand how people can see pandering and not be like, ew, this is so performative, because it's always clearly the most surface level what they think women want to hear or men want to hear. And you look at it and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so obviously someone being disingenuous. But then you look in the comment section, they're getting glazed. It's so good this young lady seems to have common sense, but at the same time, you having common sense doesn't mean you can assume others have common sense, especially when the proof is in the pudding. Like if pandering didn't work, it wouldn't ever become a thing. Like these creators wouldn't have platforms, and I would love to call out a few right now, but I'll hold. I'm not that messy. I'm not even just talking about men pandering to women. Like there are men who tag me in videos of like certain women being like, oh yeah, like see, she gets it, and I'm like, dude, this is classic Pander Bear. It's always something so surface level, like, oh, you want your man to pay the bills? Why don't you help him out? Da, 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 da. Like it's not an actual thought. It's like 30% of a thought of something they heard men say. Just like men who make the videos where it's like, yo, if you don't pay for your woman's rent, you're not a man. You know what I mean? Like it's not even the full thought. Like they don't even actually have an argument behind it. It's just so painfully surface.
Like comments and statements like that make me so upset because I believe, and y'all gonna tell me if I am or not, especially the people that watch me regularly, y'all can let me know, but I believe I'm a deep thinker. I believe that I try to make sense of the complexity of a lot of things that we live through or go through a lot in life. And I feel like that when people get online and they say, oh, you don't pay your girl's rent, you ain't a real man. And they get like 200,000 views, 1 million views, or a woman be like, you don't cook for your man, you're not wifey material. And they get 1 million views. And it's like, sometimes they make me wonder, damn, am I losing hope for the human race? Because I thought we were smarter than this. Like, are we this ditzy to just go with the, like, and I'd be like, bro, well, if I get online, I say something more intellectual that actually is correct, then I should get 3 million views. Unfortunately, the world don't work that way. Granted, let's see how many views this video get. I hope it hit 1,000 if I'm lucky. You know what I mean? But granted, the truth gets buried while the panderers get paid. Shit, maybe they are on to something. Maybe they might be on to something. I don't know.
So it's like, yeah, like people essentially are like, how can somebody watch this? But people do. People are in their comments witnessing it. And it's an amazing phenomenon. What's wrong with pandering to women if he likes women? I'm so glad you asked, actually. Shawty, I need you to understand when we discuss pandering men, we don't mean men being nice about women or saying nice things to women. We're talking about men saying things disingenuously to appeal to women. So the point isn't that he's saying something in women's favor. The point is that he's saying something disingenuous that he doesn't mean in order to lure you in. It seems that.
And the thing is, even if they do mean it, the problem is I consider it pandering if it's not realistic. If it's not realistic, if it's not attainable, if it's not consistent, and it doesn't actually get you the results you want. To me, that's pandering. So if somebody is telling you something, but what they're telling you is not likely to give you any results, probably none, especially if they're telling you you ain't got to do none of the work and they got to do it, that's pandering, bro, because that's not how real life works. If you want anything in life, you got to work for it. It takes effort on your end and on the other person's end. And this is a factual law. This is something else I want y'all to learn. This is how I typically go with my logic, right? And if y'all notice in some of my videos, whenever I try to break down something, I'll give an adjacent example to give credibility to my own point.
He's done so successfully. And historically, a lot of these men who pander have been a danger to women. As for the second half of your comment, if you're making her life easier, of course you'd be making your easier. That's common sense. No, it's not, unfortunately. We are talking about providing financially for women, right? Like, in his argument was that it would make her life easier. Shouldn't you want to make her life easier? If we are talking about making someone's life easier in a financial sense because you're providing for them, that means they are factually making your life more difficult, particularly if we're talking about the average man and the average woman. So if this woman not even wants to make his life easier, just not make it more difficult, she wouldn't ask him to provide. Because the thing is, if he does provide financially, what could she possibly bring that would match that kind of thing? The dishes can only be so dirty. The laundry can only be so undone. This is why gender roles have never made any sense, particularly in 2025. This is just uneven distribution of labor. And even when people want to make the arguments that like taking care of a home is like somehow harder than someone actually working and having a job, what you can never argue is that those things are equal, okay? Because they're not. So my point is, no matter how
I'm not gonna say that. I ain't gonna say they're equal, but I also not gonna. That's a conversation we could have because it depends. I've never had to do it, so I'm not gonna say. In some cases, it can even be worse.
you try to slice it, traditional gender roles are an uneven, unfair dynamic to oftentimes both parties. So engaging in them, partaking in them is utter nonsense behavior.
Number one reason why I stopped giving a fuck about social media, relationship content and giving, advice on stuff like that is because motherfuckers is just gonna listen to what the fuck they want to listen to. They just are. It doesn't matter how many times these pandering motherfuckers get exposed for doing some fucked up shit, saying some fucked up shit, or truly believing something completely different than what the fuck they tell motherfuckers. People are just gonna believe it because it makes them feel good in the moment, right? It makes you feel good in the moment. I'm here to tell you right now, a lot of things in life, most things in life, if they make you feel good in the moment and your mind isn't where it needs to be, it's probably a bad thing for you.
All right, so y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all like panderers? Do y'all hate panderers? What is the core desire of somebody that panders? What are all the reasons you think that people might pander? Let me know in the comments below. Name me some people that you think that are panderers. Don't put my name down there. Don't play with me. We're not doing that. I'm not one of them. But anyway, I try to tell the truth. I try to be balanced. I try to call it out down the middle. I do my best to do so. So it is what it is. But at the end of the day, people gonna feel how they want to feel. But I do believe that I do believe that as content creators, especially the ones that got thousands and millions of views and subscribers, that we do have a responsibility to be able to give realistic advice that lead to realistic results. And the thing is, a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people just get on here because it's a money grab. They're going to make a good chump change, and they're going to do what they got to do to get the money that they need. You know what I mean? Or get the clout that they need, or be able to run through the women they want to run through, or be able to hop on all the men they want to hop on, unfortunately. It's built like that. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. And always remember, hit the like and subscribe button. Join the Prosper Gang. We keeping it PG. There's a whole lot of prosperity going on around this mug. You feel me? And with that being said, remember there's nothing impossible to they who try. So next time I'm out, do it.